Hello, and welcome to another session of Recent Thoughts, the podcast where I talk about general topics, internal topics, as well as feelings and other stuff for about 15 minutes. Today's video has to do with the wonderful topic of perfectionism. I have a lot to say about that topic. Anyways, if you want me to talk about anything, just post it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload again. Right, I have my clock ready, my timer ready, set to for 15 minutes. And 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Let me start off by this. I've seen a lot of people with massive problems with perfectionism. Perfectionism as is a wonderful thing because you're trying if you're doing something you like, and I've seen that with me editing. If you do something you like and you want this something to be as high quality as you want it to be or as good as you want it to be, you'll want to spend extra time improving and switching things to make it better, right? And so perfectionism comes into that play when you feel like you could do it better and you actively decide to do it better. Some people just, they see that they could make something better, say a video, but they just say, whatever, I don't care, I'm just going to post it as is, right? So perfectionism comes into play, and, that person then essentially just sits down and spends extra time to improve. Let's just take a video. For example, I've seen that with me editing and with me making music. I enjoy spending a good extra 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, whatever it is, to improve a couple of things, to make it better, to kind of like it just make it a better quality. Sometimes I've even sat down for a whole ass hour because I already rendered the video, and then I saw that, oh, this is not right, or that is not right. And then I sat down, changed that thing, and let it render for another hour. That's what I personally would call perfectionism. And generally, it's a very good thing. Now, for the people that don't know me, hi, I'm a student in university. I'm going to law school, and I've seen a lot of cases of people with perfectionism that so many cases that just go it wrong. Where perfectionism is essentially really bad. So well, that's the only experience I can talk about in law school. The problem is that it's not like in math where something is just right or something is just wrong. You're trying to actively argue from your point of view about a topic that could be right or could be wrong, depending on how you see it. So there's not really a right answer, and a lot of people struggle with that at the very beginning, because when you write your exams, you're not going to have a good grade. Let me talk about the grading system really quickly. So in high school, everybody has been taught to have the best grades, right? Straight A's. For cases in Germany, it's 1 through 6, 1 being the best grade. And when you get into law school, the grade kind of doesn't matter, because you can write your exam, you can write your argumentation as well as you can, as good as you can, as perfect as you can. The person that essentially checks your exams That person could have a totally different opinion and judge you based on that opinion. And even if it's exactly the same opinion, people law students will always have a different opinion. They'll always have a different opinion. They'll never be happy with the exam, hence not the perfect grade. And a lot of new law students struggle with that because they've been taught and every year they get the best grades. Well, I mean, for example, like me, I didn't get the best grades, whatever, but I know a person that had straight A's all of the time, finished high school with straight A's, then came into universities and started studying law, and all of a sudden, oh shit, she's not getting the best, or they are not getting the best grades anymore. And the problem is, and I've heard that in a GDC talk from a guy that was studying in Harvard, I think. The problem is if you are writing straight A's in high school and you're the best in high school, right? And if a bunch of those kinds of people come together, not everybody can be the best. As how was it called? I think it was. It's not Venom. The villain from The Incredibles once said, "If everybody's super, nobody is." And that's exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking for. If everybody has straight A's, then not everybody can be the best of the best. And that's what people with incredible perfectionism struggle with. Because all of a sudden, hey, you're not the best. You're not the best in everything. You're some guy is always going to be better. And I'm not saying it's good having bad grades in high school. I'm also not saying it's bad having bad grades in high school. But the thing is that for me, I've always been a mid kind of student. I've always been in the middle, having not the best and not the worst grades ever, more to the worst side than the better, whatever. But the thing is that this time has taught me that I'm not always going to be the best in that thing, and I'm not always going to have the best grades. All I have to do is I have to kind of believe that I can do it. I need to believe that I want to have better grades. And a lot of people struggle with that when they come from high school and get bad grades. They instantly think, oh, what is wrong? Maybe I have to study more. Maybe I have to do that. And in some cases, that is right. The problem with law school is that everybody needs an individual kind of way and structure to study. For example, I like to just study by practicing over and over and over and over again. Others like to just read in a book. Others like to study at night, right? And perfectionism can be really damaging. Some people already have quit because they didn't get the highest grades. Now, in some other parts of university, like, I don't know, whatever, say math or not math, whatever else, biology, whatever the hell, right? You could get the highest grade, not in law school. That's from personal experience. It's very, very damaging to think that you're better than someone else, and think that you could get the highest grade. You're not. And it's the same with overall video editing and stuff like that, right? Really, really heavy cases of perfectionism can lead to you never uploading, right? I could imagine if someone was constantly not satisfied enough with the video, right? If you could like tweak a little bit here and a little bit there, every single time, and you watch that video and after that you're like, oh no, whatever, I need to change it again and again and again, I feel like you're not gonna get to upload that video, or you're not going to finish that drawing, you're not gonna finish that musical piece, right? And that's bad, because if you do that, you eventually think of yourself, why can't I have, for example, a steady upload schedule? If I have to if I have to change every single thing of a video every single time, I'm not going to get to show that video. I'm not going to get to show people that music. Eventually you have to learn to kind of let go and say, okay, I've done my best that I can do at this moment. Because if you keep on pushing yourself to do better and better and better, that's fine. But if you do that with one video, or with one musical piece, with one art piece, whatever it might be, you're never going to finish it. And then you're going to feel bad about not finishing it. It's better to finish that video, say, okay, I've done the best I can do, and let's try with a new one. And it's the same with studying for me as well. I'm also talking a lot about university. There is going to be a separate video about university and stuff in my topics and my thoughts about that. But for me, it's like, okay, I want to study, say, criminal law, a bit of criminal law, and a bit of how is it called, a common law or whatever, right? I want to study it, say, this Wednesday, and then I only get to study criminal law. A lot of people will be very, very dissatisfied with this because they thought they could study more. But the most important thing is give yourself a bit of free time. Like if you've planned, say, to study both of those things for like 2 hours, and you only got to study the first thing for 2 hours, let it go. It's fine. You can always try tomorrow. There will always be a tomorrow. And as soon as you kind of understand that it's fine not to be the best, that it's fine to kind of not be mid, but kind of see your own, I would say, see your own like border of when you actually have to finish. If you don't overestimate yourself, then you're gonna live a way mentally healthier life. It's so good. And then obviously from the other side, I've also worked in a law firm with a boss who is an incredible perfectionist. And I know for sure that if you work on a thing for long enough, it's gonna come out perfect. But you have to have that golden balance of, okay, I really want to be, I want this to be good. I really want this to be good. But at some point, I have to stop improving it, because if I don't stop improving it, I'm either gonna screw it up completely, or I'm just going to work on it forever. And it's incredibly mentally exhausting and mentally damaging as well. And I dislike like not finishing a project. And I probably will have to struggle with that as well with this project. There are a couple of videos that I really don't want to publish because I feel like I could do better. But if I do that, that means I'll have to record more, and I don't really want to do that. I want to keep it slow, keep it steady, and whatever I say, I'll put out. I'm pretty sure I will not say anything controversial. I've been on the internet for for long enough to not do that. And yeah, like it's the same with editing, to be fair. And again, suggestion to you, the viewer: don't underestimate yourself, but also don't overestimate yourself. Doing both things is very damaging, and it is very, very annoying afterwards. Because if you overestimated yourself and said, okay, I'm gonna study, I'm gonna do this, and this in like 2 hours, but you can only do one thing, don't be sad. It's fine. You can always try tomorrow. It's fine. And it's the same with editing. I wanted to finish this video today. Say like that, right? And you didn't have to. You don't have enough time anymore. You don't have enough motivation anymore. Not having enough motivation means either you're burnt out or you just right now you're not in the mindset of doing this thing. And if you're not in the mindset of doing this thing, how can you expect it to be good? So just let it go, let it sit, let it rest, and maybe tomorrow is a new day. Maybe tomorrow you will work on it, and then at that point it is incredibly important to keep on that, to not forget and not to just stop and give up, to just like say tomorrow is a new day, and maybe I am not going to be the best, but I'm just going to be me. I'm just gonna do what I can do, not what I want to do, but I'm just gonna do what I can do. It's an incredibly interesting topic. If you guys have any thoughts whatsoever on this, feel free to comment. I'd be very happy to look at all of the comments. At this point, we are officially out of time in now. Right. Thank you for listening. This was an incredibly nice conversation to have. If you want me to talk about anything, again, post it in a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you in a new session. Goodbye.